I'm like, I didn't get to know what His Excellency, the former Prime Minister, was speaking. I didn't get to hear what he was saying. But I think the paradigm shift in the way we are going to collect tax is something that we must think about very deeply. Not as politicians, but as people who really carry this country at heart and would want to provide solutions to our people. The President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, is proposing a new paradigm shift from taxing consumption to taxing wealth. Because for a long time in this country, we have not been taxing wealth. The billionaires of this world, the investors of the tax-free holiday islands, have had an easy ride in this country. I want to take an example of real estate, for example. If we really were taxing the real estate the way it's supposed to be done on taxing wealth, we would not have the deficits of the kind of billions we are reading today. So the president is coming up with a new proposal. He's saying, let us slow down on taxing consumption. Let us increase the rate of taxes in terms of wealth, in terms of income, in terms of trade, as we think about taxing consumption. Okay. In the traditional way of tax through KRA in Kenya, traders and businessmen have been the victims of immense contemptuous ways of collecting tax. As we came towards the elections, I don't know whether you know that a lot of businessmen had lost their bank accounts. They were closed. A lot of politicians were also suffering, especially those that were affiliated to the deputy president then. And KRA became a punitive tool. Instead of encouraging people to pay tax, it became a punitive tool that people were running away from. The president is coming up with a new proposal. All right. Let us be friendly. Let us discuss wealth. How much do you own? And how much can we be able to tax from what you own? I want to give you a very good example. Those of us that have property in Nairobi and say, for example, Lavington, we have plots there. Probably it is developed or not developed. We only pay rates, but we don't pay rents. How many of us have properties that are not being used right now, and you only pay an annual rate, but rents are never paid? If we collected rents out of those properties, that is what we are calling taxing wealth. Okay. We will collect a lot of money. And to me, by the way, what the president is proposing, collecting $1 trillion in 1 year, yes, it will even surpass. Now, you are proposing then that we go beyond the traditional sources, for example, pay as creating new windows. VAT. Yes, creating new windows of taxation, okay, changing the paradigm, avoiding taxing consumption, and increasing more activities around taxing wealth, taxing income, taxing trade, before we tax consumption. That way we'll protect the hustler. That hustler he's talking about will be protected if we avoid taxing consumption. And because that hustler has no wealth, then that is what the president has said when he was in Muranga. He said, pesa iko na wadosi. And it is true. Pesa iko na wadosi if wadosi would agree to pay tax on wealth.